And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Check. Watch 54. Down to lose one. 47. 26.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taylor Gabriel. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it'd get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
On the double. Hey, Foxtrot. Big stop, let's go.
Hill on first down. On the catch, it's Jarius Lane. And they work this well upfield across. The 45.
A gain of 29 yards. And a Panther first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Hill. They set up the screen to Ivory. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Throwing on third down. Hill going deep downfield for Ross. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taylor Gabriel, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can grab as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Hill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Alpha.
Hill looks to throw. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week.
Well, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Going for the deep ball. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The drive begins with a run by Ivory. Chris Ivory loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
A first down throw for Prescott. Now it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Justice Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Walk 54. Hey, let's get in that roll.
Prescott from the gun. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Now, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Hill on the return. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Panthers 14.
We go set. 30 base. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, wahoo! 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hill escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Okay, ready? 50, Mike 50. Mike 50. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Hey, high 7, 5.
On 3rd down, Hill got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
On 1st down, this is Ivory. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Ready?
Hill now to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's go.
A gain of 19 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ready up. 50, Mike 50. All day. All day. Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Even. 4th down. Even.
Here's Ivory. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 22, Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Good for... protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Six. Pull it hard. Kill. Get it.
Ivory. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 36 yards out. And Lutz puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Break. 54 Mike.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking deep for Gabriel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. There he goes right side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come out in the pistol.
Hey, check.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Complete. It's Henry. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But they're certainly being aggressive here. It's like being a sprinter in a 100-meter dash, exploding out of the blocks, trying to push the ball downfield. Guaranteed this defense better be on their toes. They're going to be tested all game.
This will be fielded at the 17. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Hill. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give, right side, it's Ivory. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
We go. 30 base. Hey, let's go.
On first down, Hill. It's complete to Watt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they run with a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Panthers have recovered. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
First down, this is Rawls. And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. On 2nd and 15 now, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And that'll set him back 5.
Yeah, baby! Woo!
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D.
Now Prescott. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Prescott yet again. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Back to the ground on first down. Again, Ivory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the Saints' 26-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
27.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
80 weapons. Hey, Charlie. Get.
Hill. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. Does the big boy have the... Oh, no, he lost the football.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, here's Henry. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Prescott. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10.
On the ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, That's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, exit.
They'll try the air now with Hill. Open man is Ross, complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. John Ross with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Prescott. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Now Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
You ready? 56. Check 56. We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Pilot, 64. We hit it.
And a busy afternoon continues for Ivory. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. On the ground, Ivory. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for it. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Chris Ivory, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They throw right side here, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 1st touchdown on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Here we go.
Following the penalty, it's Ivory. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win, because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Jake 3, 218, chopper.
They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Hill. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jalen Mills in on the stop. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Hill completes it to Watt. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. This is Ivory, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Panthers, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Love's my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Loving my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spin. Made it, kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinding my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead spot. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spin. Made it, kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. S-T-R-O.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down to ride, never tired. You will never never know. You ain't never tried, work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Uno, no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be presto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers